My name is Catherine Shanti Ariel, and I am the founder of Song of the Dove Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization with two major focuses of projects. One is on Earth stewardship, the other is on holistic emergency care. And the project that we have there is the Holistic Emergency Care and Trauma Recovery Project, which we have called Hector. This project was developed over years of time, starting back from when I taught for the Red Cross and other organizations in CPR, first aid, mountaineering first aid, and other such skill sets. Then, as I was teaching these things, I began to learn holistic modalities, such as homeopathy, herbology, flower essences. And then I started learning different types of energy healing, such as theta healing and Reiki, and other types of things where you're working directly with the energetic essence of God that comes in and allows us to do different levels of healing. Holistic emergency care, therefore, is a combination of the basic set of first aid ideals that are set forth by the Red Cross and other such organizations, with the holistic modalities laid over the top of it to increase our ability to assist others and ourselves in emergencies. Whether or not there is a hospital nearby or not is a moot point. It really is about giving us a greater skill set to work with emergencies so that we don't have to go to the doctors, or we don't have to go to a hospital, or if there is a disaster going on, we have a greater set of skills to deal with it. So there are many different levels of working with the Holistic Emergency Care Project, and I'm just going to overlay them a little bit here so that you can get a sense of what this project is becoming. We work with people and animals, all different types of animals. So all the different skills that we have developed and are writing about and teaching about can be applied to both the human set and also dogs, cats, horses, birds, you name it. And this allows us to assist our companion animals. It also allows these skills to be applied to those people who are doing wildlife rehabilitation, and which I have also been involved with. So I have these different backgrounds of experiences where we were working with strictly allopathic medicine, and I could see what was working and where we really needed a greater set of skills to do more for ourselves and for the animals. What I have found adding homeopathy and herbology and flower essences is that we can now deal with all the body levels that are a part of each person, each animal. We are multi-body, we have multi-body systems: emotional body, mental body, physical body, etheric body, and it goes on. But with the holistic emergency care, we're working with these basic emotional, mental, physical bodies. And by working with flower essences work directly with the emotional body. So we can take flower essences such as the rescue remedy, self-heal, and different types of things such as this, and we work in on the emotional level while at the same time we're taking herbs or allopathic means and working in on the physical and the mental levels. So it allows us to increase our ability to heal the situation through and through, not just repair the physical body that is injured, or even the mental body if it's something like post-traumatic stress syndrome from the soldiers coming home from war and these types of things. It allows us a greater set of tools to assist and bring the being back to a state of wholeness. And this is the focus. So we are developing classes and ebooks that are going to teach people the skills of homeopathy, herbology, flower essences, how to intermingle them, how to use them with the allopathic tools. Again, flower essences you can do with just about any other type of modality because they work on a higher subtle body. Herbology, however, you have to be very aware if you're using pharmaceutical drugs or different kinds of things because they can conflict. So you have to create a greater skill set and understanding of what goes together with what, so that you're not neutralizing or causing a problem. The way that happens sometimes in allopathic medicine by itself, when multiple drugs are given to somebody and they end up causing a problem, it's side effects. That can happen sometimes with pharmaceuticals and herbology. So you have to create a greater skill set of awareness of what herbs you can do with what pharmaceuticals. So this project is taking on all these different levels, and we are developing a disaster awareness. We are developing skill sets on how to teach people how to have different kits in their homes, which we are developing, emergency kits and books, so that you can learn these skills if you have a wound, you have a burn, you have bruises, you're dealing with hypothermia, we're dealing with shock, if it's anaphylactic shock, which can be life-threatening, of course, so can hypovolemic shock. What can you do to stabilize the person, be it an animal or a human being? What can you do to stabilize them while you are calling 911? Or if you're somewhere where 911 isn't available, you're way out in the country, or there's a major disaster and the system is down and there's nobody to come. What can you do? And that's what these different tools are about, is to make you have a greater ability to help yourself and to help your animals, your children, your neighbors. I have been using these different modalities in emergency medicine for at least 8 years, solid. And I have had amazing results, finding that with animals and people alike, that I can turn a lot of these injuries around quite easily. And also addressing the emotional body, we go in and we find out, why did we create these things, especially a traumatic injury. Traumatic injuries are more often than not brought into the physical reality through some kind of emotional imbalance. So once we get the physical injury or trauma stabilized, you go into the emotional body and find the causal factor and go after that and getting that healed and balanced, so that the person or animal is not recreating this physical trauma over and over again through this emotional imbalance. This is true also of the mental body. If there's a mental imbalance, it oftentimes ends up coming into the physical body because it has no place else to go. It gets acted inward, and so the body takes it on. And and another thing too is that a lot of animals will take on the physical illnesses that their humans that they have, that are their caretakers, are taking care of them. If somebody in the family, a human, is getting cancer or has some kind of stress disease or anything, a lot of times the animals will try to lift it out, take the burden on themselves. And so when we're doing these kinds of assistance, we work with the animals and the people to bring a balance into the entire family. So again, we're just using these different skills. So this project as a whole, we are again developing ebooks. We have a major book almost completed. We're going to be creating DVDs that are instructional DVDs. And in time, I'm hoping that we actually have a certification program that can be taken for credits by college students or those in the medical field who wish to bring in a greater expanse into what they are doing through the holistic medicine. And so those are the different components that I'd like to talk about at this time. Our website is holisticemergencycare.com. Again, holisticemergencycare.com. And it is under construction. There's quite a bit of material out there already, and the product line is coming online. The ebooks are getting finished up, will be coming online. I also am available for consultations, private emergency consultations, or even better yet, prevention consultations, where I can work with you and your family to show you how to develop your kits, to show you how to develop an ability to use these kinds of tools and understand how to have them with you in your home, and also out in the country if you are somebody who goes out in the woods a lot and you would like to have a greater ability to take care of yourself in emergencies out in the woods. These are all things that I can do as a private consultation, as well as what we are developing on the website and through clinics. I am available for doing weekend clinics, teaching people the full skill set. If anybody is interested, you can contact me through the website. So again, my name is Catherine Shanti Ariel. I look forward to hearing from you. You may get on our email list again through the website. If you have any questions, please contact me. If you have any interest in learning more, in having clinics in your area, or an idea of how to develop this kind of thing for your schools or for any different kind of business, I am certainly available to come and talk and work with you to create such a thing. Holistic emergency care is on the cusp of the wave of the wellness that's coming into our world, where we're creating integrative medicine awareness, where we're taking the allopathic, we're taking the alternative, we're bringing them together as partners and developing so that we're working with the entire being, and animals and humans alike, and then taking that out into nature and to the earth, and how we are addressing our relationship with the planet. More and more, as people are aware of the holistic modalities, the herbology, the flower essence, you become more and more aware of the importance of growing these things in your gardens, of knowing where they are out in the wilds, how to collect the seeds, how to propagate them so that you're not doing a lot of wild harvesting and depleting them in the wild, but how to bring them into your community and develop them so you have a storehouse of holistic tools right at hand in emergencies or these different kinds of things. So again, this is yet another component of developing your own medicinal garden and your medicinal community gardens and your medicinal kits for the community. And it's all a part of an awareness once we understand how important these herbs are. For instance, we have one that grows avidly in everybody's garden during the spring, and this is dandelion. Dandelion by many is still considered a weed, and yet dandelion is one of the best liver tonics that you can buy. And our livers are under huge abuse right now because the environment is so toxic. The human race has been so hard on this planet and is continuing to be very brutal to this planet. We have many different factions of government and private industry who are doing things to the planet that are very, very toxic. And everybody is suffering. The environment in nature, and also everybody in a body, dog, cat, human. We have to learn how to keep our bodies purified and clean. Dandelion is one of the greatest tools for doing that. Just picking the dandelions out of your garden and cooking them up in a tea and drinking it is a beautiful way to keep your liver clean. So this is just one little blessing from Mother Nature that has for years been looked upon as being a pest. Now most grocery stores actually sell dandelion leaves in the produce section as an edible. So it's a change in an attitude to look in your garden, to understand what grows in your garden, how to utilize it, how to care for it. A lot of these herbs will come up by themselves. You don't have to even buy them and grow them. They will come up naturally. Your job is to not destroy them by pouring Roundup on them or something, or thinking that they're weeds, but rather to understand them, to harvest them, dry them, and use them as part of your home apothecary. So I encourage everyone to get a good herb book, a field guide, and again, I have articles out on the website which I'm expanding of the different kinds of plants that grow in the wild that also you can grow in your own garden. If you're living in a condo or in a city, I highly recommend that you work with people to create community gardens. And in the community gardens, use a permaculture approach where you're not only just growing vegetables, but you're growing medicinal herbs and allowing them to companion with each other, because they do in nature. They are companion plants. And many of these that are herbs are also edibles, such as the dandelion, such as plantain, blue violet, nasturtium. is edible. It's part of the watercress family. There are a lot of different plants that we take for granted that are actually very nutritive for our bodies and part of the holistic solution, be it in an emergency or be it in the prevention of how to keep your body strong and healthy. So again, these are the kinds of things that I will be talking about, will be teaching about, sharing on the website, how to create your own emergency kit, or you can buy the ones that we are creating ourselves, how to utilize them, how to understand how to utilize them for your animals, your children, the elderly, whomever. So I encourage you to come on board with us and expand your awareness. Holistic emergency care is a new area. There's a lot of holistic medicine out there, but there is very little attention to utilizing it for emergency and trauma care. This is the avenue I have been trained to take, and this is the avenue I am taking you down. I look forward to you joining us and being a part of this exploration and this bringing this greater awareness and learning to the planet. Thank you.